How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the 7th part of my Kaiserreich playthrough as Mexico. Let's see how well we do right now. As you can tell, the syndicates are taking as much land as they possibly can from the USA, and I'm moving in and taking as much land from them as I can too. So it's all turning out quite well. We just have to make sure we grab as much land as we possibly can before they do. So as you can see right now, the syndicates are moving towards the northern parts there, and I'm moving over here towards these small parts before they grab them. They're also grabbing some, so it's going to be a little bit of a pain. I own a small bit of Missouri, and it looks like they're moving into Tennessee here. They're going to take Nashville, I think. That's not cool. I wanted Nashville, but oh well. We'll just eliminate these USA forces and take all this bit of land we got here. Come on, hurry up. No way you guys are taking Chattanooga. Because Chattanooga is mine, you hear me? You can't stop me from taking it. Well, that's fine with me, because I'm going to grab all this land. Look at it. All this sweet land that the USA can no longer protect. It all belongs to me. Mexico now owns the southern US. Looks like the syndicates own the northern part, and the Pacific states own the western part. So this is going to be pretty nice when the big old war breaks out. Let's see how well it goes. Look at the syndicates, all happy that they have land at last. Unfortunately for them, their nation is going to be short-lived. Dang it, USA, do you really have to cause problems? Can't you just shut up and get annexed already? You're seriously making this a pain. Man, look at New England, they're just sitting there too. They have nothing to worry about. Nothing at all. Because what do they have to worry about? They don't have to worry about, America eating them alive. They have to worry about Mexico eating them alive, because Mexico right now is currently amazing. Because I'm controlling it. That's why. Unless I'm controlling a nation, that nation sucks. So every nation I control is automatically amazing, and if I'm not controlling it, that nation is horrible. It's a simple fact of life, people. You gotta understand that that's how it works. And if you don't agree, then well, we have a serious problem here, and I'm gonna have to debate you through a very long and complex argument, which will then blow your mind through like a bunch of crazy things that go on. You just don't know how it works, but let me tell you, it's amazing. Kicking the USA out. The old USA government is about to fall, and it will no longer exist once I take this province. Look at the glory of war. I so do enjoy it. Come on now. So, I still have this pizza box right here, and if I open it up, there's a little thing of marinara inside. It actually came with the cheese sticks, but nobody really ate it except me. So there's still like half a small container of it. And it's just sitting there inside the pizza box, and I don't know if I should waste it. But at the same time, I could probably stick it in my fridge. And that would be cool. I mean, just imagine having a little container of marinara inside your fridge. That would be fun and awesome. It reminds me so much of my life, honestly. When I was little, I used to eat marinara sauce and sing songs of great warfare, such as, "I'm gonna conquer the world one day," or, "I like chicken nuggets." Chicken nuggets were a great song, honestly. Well, they were never a great song, but I like to sing songs about chicken nuggets, therefore they were a great song to sing. Even though you may disagree with me, you cannot deny the simple fact that it is amazing, and if you disagree, you are probably a crazy conspiracist here who is plotting to overthrow the government in like a crazy amount of revolutions, or maybe you're plotting to like sacrifice your soul to a demon so it comes to Earth and begins to devour all the innocents, people who live here. Or maybe you just like hearing random stuff people like to rant about. I mean, I do too. I mean, I like to talk about weird stuff. For example, tomorrow a leech that is about the size of a human will invade Antarctica and devour all the people who live there. But we all know there's a number of things wrong with that sentence. For example, we all know that giant leeches don't leave the ocean very often and go up on the land in order to eat people. And second, we all know Antarctica ain't in the southern part of the world. It's actually in the northern part. That's a conspiracy created by a bunch of crazy eco-terrorists who are plotting to make the world green slowly by planting plants in Antarctica. Yeah, my English is really bad today. I don't know what's up with that. I mean, my English is my native language, but like I'm just talking really fast and I'm not really thinking about what I'm saying. So when it does come out, sometimes I'll like misplace words here and there and it sounds weird, or it just doesn't make sense. Yeah, I think I'm a little tired, honestly. I haven't really eaten today. I had like ramen noodles and a granola bar. The breakfast and lunch of champions, if I do say so myself. Or should I say the brunch of champions, for you're all jealous of my awesome skills. If you're not jealous, then well, maybe it's just the fact that I have a lamp right here next to my computer. And it looks really nice. I mean, if I turned it on, like light would shine everywhere and that'd just be insane. Or if I looked to my left here, there would be a nice little door. Actually, it's not really little, it's bigger than me, but it's a black door. And it has a nice little security system on it, so I know that if I were to turn that door and leave without my key, I would never be able to get back in unless I got security to open it for me. And they charge every time they do that, so I'd really hate to do that. I also feel in the mood for a Coca-Cola. You know what, I'm gonna go grab a Coca-Cola after I'm done with this, actually. I feel like drinking pop. I know, pop ain't good for you, but you know what, I don't care. You really think I care about that, people? Come on now. That reminds me so much of my childhood. I can hear the cars outside and they're just driving by on the street. And it's like, wow, bro, that is a nice car you got. And then I realize they just have a hole in their muffler and I'm like, ha 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 ha, your car is pathetic compared to mine. Even though my car is like a piece of beat up crap. I mean, it's not even nice, so don't even try to compare your car to mine. Your car automatically wins unless you're like driving, I don't know, like a wheel. You know, you like tied up a wheel to like some crappy scooter motor and now you're just running it somehow. Through like the insane black magic you call science or whatever. I'm not 100% sure, but you get the idea. Man, a lot of trade agreements are getting cancelled. I hate it when people do that. It's like, come on now, I need resources if I'm gonna take over the world, and they're like, no, and I'm like, ah ha ha. You keep on thinking that, good people. Oh man, I'm starting to yawn, that's not good. It reminds me so much of my life. Wow, look at Canada. Wow, look at Central America. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that the USA is forever out of the picture. Yeah, they're definitely gone now. So now that the USA is gone, we can enjoy a little bit of peace right here. I mean, just look at all this nice stuff we got right here. Yeah, I don't think the syndicates want an alliance. That's cool though. I mean, just look at Mexico, aren't we awesome? Look at all that land we have. Tell me we are not awesome. Better start moving my troops up though into America to secure it, just in case the syndicates or the Pacific states try anything, or if partisans start popping up everywhere. I also want to get my, you know, ships and stuff up here. And it looks like America still has one province. Never mind. That's fine with me though. The syndicates are gonna take them out sooner or later. Because the USA can't stand against the... Oh, come on! I'm not gonna yawn. Screw you, yawning. I do not want to yawn, therefore I will not yawn. I do not want to eat pie, therefore I will not eat pie. It's simple as that, good people. Unless I do want to eat pie, and in this case, I really do want to eat pie because pie sounds amazing right now. In fact, I'm actually writing a big ol' essay for one of my college classes about pie. I mean, I know that sounds ridiculous to some of you, and you're all like, why the heck would you do that? Well, easy. When I'm in college, you know, and I'm like in an English class or something, I go into this moment where I call it like, you know, well, I can't really say it because it's a curse word, but, you know, I call it bull crapping. Let's just put it that way. And what I do in this moment is, you know, a lot of people think I'm smart, but I'm really not. I mean, this is how I do it, okay? I just sit there in class, and, you know, when we're told to write down a paper, and I have to make it look nice, this is all I do. I think of, like, a stereotypical gentleman in my head, you know, like one of those guys who look like the Monopoly guy, you know, one of those guys with, like, a white mustache, and they have a monocle, and they have like a top hat and they're wearing like a nice tuxedo or something. And I just think about one of those guys in my head. And I just think about them holding their cane in their right hand. And then I think about them talking in like the most stereotypical Victorian English accent you can possibly ever muster. And that's how I write my papers, you know? Like, I do say, good people, once upon a time in the land of, you know, far away or something, you know, and they sound all fancy, so I just write that down. I mean, I don't exactly, you know, do Old English or something like that, but I do, you know, make it sound nice and fancy. And I use kind of like fancy words that most high schoolers or college students wouldn't use. Because surprisingly, not a lot of people use fancy words like vulgar or foul or poultry instead of chicken, you know. I mean, I know it sounds stupid to you guys, like why the heck would you even use those words, but you know, it does make a difference. I mean, people do seem to take you a little bit more seriously if you use fancier versions of words. I don't know why. I mean, maybe it's just the fact that you sound more intelligent or something. But in all honesty, even if you do use bigger words, it doesn't always mean you're intelligent. I mean, they sound nice, you know, and usually if you use big words, people pay attention because for some reason people remember words that sound weird. But yeah. Long, complex history nobody really cares about, and I don't really care either. I mean, I've never been one who really learns stuff. I mean, I hear stuff, you know, and then I check to see if it's correct, and if it is, I'm like, oh, that's cool, and I kind of remember a little bit. But I don't really go too much into depth about it, you know, like I don't memorize every single little thing that goes on, and how this works, and how this works, and if this part were to fail, this would happen, and, you know, I don't really go too much into depth about it. But I do know stuff like, you know, for example, this cord on the computer is important, because if it were to, you know, break somehow, my whole computer would die, and it would cause this and this to happen, and I know this cord's important. Simple as that.